Vigilance Committee is coming by. The sheriff's badge ain't worth a thing when the justice ain't got wings. So we take it into our hands and we make them understand. Vigilantes in the shadows, that's where we ride. When the law can't see, we walk the other side. With a vengeance in our hearts and a fire in our eyes. Vigilantes in the shadows till the day they die. The town's been burning with fear and hate, but we're coming for the ones who sealed our fate. With a rope and a fire in the night, we're gonna make sure they see the light. The law may say it's black and white, but we know it's red and it ain't right. We'll do what the law won't do to see the guilty through. Vigilantes in the shadows, that's where we ride. When the law can't see, we walk the other side. With a vengeance in our hearts and a fire in our eyes. Vigilantes in the shadows till the day they die. The wind it howls like a banshee's cry. Outlaws tremble when we pass by. Ain't no mercy, ain't no grace, just the justice of a hard-pressed place. Vigilantes in the shadows, that's where we ride. When the law can't see, we walk the other side. With a vengeance in our hearts and a fire in our eyes. Vigilantes in the shadows till the day they die. So when the town sleeps and the moon's running high, you'll hear the gallop of the horse's stride. And if you're guilty, best be prepared, 'cause the Vigilance Committee will be there.
Hello and welcome to the Vigilance Committee, and we're going to have another people party.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good to see everybody. Jen Wow's in the chat, Stephanie Jenks, of course, Wingspan Angel, Seven Cities Kid, Frank Pants, Oklahoma Outlaw. Full Court Press is in the chat too. Wasn't really expecting that. That's good though. I appreciate you being here, brother. So today, if you notice the thumbnail, we're going to be talking about some things, and I'll hand it over to people and he'll guide us through here.
Let's see that thumbnail.
Oh, let me see if I can find it in here. Let's go to Gmail. Actually, I can bring it up on here. Let me just lowercase this.
Oops. So good to see Jen Wow in chat. I haven't seen her in a minute.
Yeah, well, I think she was in the last live stream too, but
oh, she was. Oh, yeah. Cool.
Yeah, and I've seen her in. I think I saw her in Westside Accountability's live chat as well, if I remember right.
All right. Good deal. I'm glad she's paying attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's important. We need her opinion on this for sure.
Absolutely. Let's see if I can find that thumbnail. I know you emailed it to me too. Let's see.
Oh yeah, there's emails. There's
yeah.
There's a paper trail going on. I forget what's on the thumbnail. I have to see the thumbnail again to be reminded of it.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna open it up here. Let's go here.
But what I do know is that fucking Christopher Ruff is cheerleading for the corrupt jailer in Meade County at the center of the Pentagon pictures. I mean, the pentagram pictures.
Yeah. All
The
right.
pentagram pictures. Oh,
There
yeah.
it is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Somebody said they liked the thumbnail, so we can thank people for this thumbnail. It's a good one.
Oh, for sure.
Look at that.
It's hard to stop pointing out, Direct D and JJ's link
Yeah.
to this murder investigation,
Yeah. This one and how they were affiliated with uh, the Wrangler. Uh, there's connections here that I don't think a lot of people realize, right?
Well, Direct D definitely has connected himself to JJ.
Yep.
And I mean, if he hadn't have done that, it would be hard to connect him to this whole thing, but he's done that, right?
Mhm.
And there's nobody scummier than JJ as far as a public official. And, he's elected into office and he is so corrupt.
Oh, dang it. I already made my goal. I had a goal of 1. Gloria Ad is the first one again. She's my first member of this newly monetized chat. And she says, keep up the good work. I love you. I love you, Gloria Ad. That's awesome.
Through.
So we won't set any more goals. That's the only goal I had today. So it was just 1. So
Right.
Thank you, Gloria. Appreciate you so much.
Uh,
Yeah.
Well, the thing is that this is the second murder. It's really hard to ignore that,
It is.
The
Yep, it
second
is.
murder in this group of 5. When I say group of 5, I mean GS, KFAR, JJ Scarborough, and the murder burglar and the user and loser. So the 2 murderers plus JJ, GS, and KFAR. KFAR made it short today.
Yeah, I saw that. So good. That's good. I just convinced him to get involved in this. So that's good. The more people talking, the more the story stays out here, and that's what we want. So
He is saying that Lion One deleted herself. Those were his words.
sure, yeah. And I think
That's
most
a weird
of our
flex. I don't know. That's a weird
it
flex.
is. It is a weird flex. Yeah. It's like, does he know something we don't know?
Right. Because
I hope he elaborates on that. You know, throwing it out there. I hope he elaborates on it. I mean, what does he know that we don't know?
I mean, we've explored that theory, right? So if that is true, then she committed suicide from the hour of 3:23 p.m. on Friday to 3:30 when Billy said he got home. Even if we give or take a couple minutes or whatever. I mean, if we give, then we got to be able to take too. So if you want to be like, oh, well, maybe it was 3:31. Well, maybe it was 3:29 while you're bullshitting.
Yep.
And then that's only 6 minutes.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Have to recognize. Yeah, I do have to recognize somebody in the chat. STD has pointed him out, and that's his. He put his link into his channel. He doesn't really have any videos, but that is my blood brother, Steve Cantrell. Welcome. Thank you for being here, brother. And literally, brother.
All right.
Yeah.
Doing big
Amiana,
things.
good to see you. Yeah.
Let
When
me
you get a family member to actually watch your channel, it's like, wow. That's a big feat.
Yeah. Well, oftentimes family members don't always agree with, what it is we do.
Yeah. More times
Right.
than not. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that that's a common tale told by frauditors since the
Yep.
beginning.
Yep.
It's custom relationships. But
Yep.
JJ and Direct D are hugging each other
Oh
tight.
yeah. They are two
Nobody
peas
can
in a
come in
pod.
between the two of them.
Yeah, they're two
I
peas in
think
a pod.
I think they might be blood brothers.
They kind of look that way. Yeah. Just look at their faces. It's like, ugh. Not that my face is all that beautiful, but good Lord. Um, yeah, but they, I mean, if you just look at them, something's off. I mean, Direct D used to look a lot better. I mean, he used to have some um, actual facial features. Now it's all sunken in, and he doesn't look well. I don't know.
Oh, I was being kind in the photo. I used his
Yeah.
best photo and shit. Like I called his agent and
Oh,
and
did you?
I got his best photo. That's literally his best photo. That's what his agent sent me.
Oh, okay. Daisy May's in the chat. Welcome, sister. Flower of Freedom. Good to see you.
Yeah, doing big
Oh,
things.
yep. Angry Vet's in here. Four Corners Fist in the air.
At the head of heat in the tracking
Yep.
triballer.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. It's all fun and games until you got a triballer tracking you.
No kidding. He's the only guy that was able to track you down when you were in that area. He just walks up behind you.
Three times. Three times.
Oh, three times. Okay, I thought it was twice.
Two times. Two times just out in the wild, but then when Farmington PD wanted to, well, before they knew about the hospital trick, they were in the process of the hospital trick and they were wheeling me out. He was waiting there at the concentration camp and he even filmed them with the ambulance and everything. And then he was at the hospital right away. So he was tracking them the whole time.
Yeah, he's always
Oh,
on the ball.
yeah. And it's hard to track them when they're trying to get rid of a body.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah,
the same as when somebody just walks out the door. They really try and hide that
yeah,
as best they can, but they couldn't hide it from him. No way.
yeah, yeah. And he
And
very good man, very good man.
yeah, I think that I've been talking to a lot of peeps and trying to get their opinion on things, and we were on Bow yesterday, and again, it's like we keep hitting this roadblock. Once we get to that she was murdered and that Rabbit's involved, this roadblock of seeing how any type of conspiracy works, right? And I've long felt that we were looking at it from the wrong spot. But I think as far as getting the audience and getting, peeps to understand this, first they had to come to the conclusion that one, she didn't commit suicide, two, that she was murdered, and three, that they're open to uh, Billy having help, right? To one degree or another. And now, so I think what we should do is really look at this, how it unfolded from my perspective,
Yeah,
being at the center of the union. And when this happened, what happened? Was this the only attack that happened on the union at the same time? If not, what those attacks were? And so from my perspective, Okay, this started in Denver, right? And Cliff was there,
Yeah.
and West Side was there, and Utah Cop Watch was there, and we were meeting up with Mile High Community Channel and Johnny Bravo and Brian Johnson and Ghost Rider
Yeah.
and Dub Wubs,
Yeah.
King's Accountability,
Yeah.
Emma Lake, right? And there were some that we weren't meeting up with. Obviously, DMA,
Yeah.
Golda Morticia, Reagan Benson, and Butterfly Boy. Right?
DMA
And
was big mad. Big mad.
yeah, DMA was big mad, and he sent you a text, right, Cliff?
Yep. Yep. And he says, "You're in town and you don't even let me know, but you hang out with Johnny Bravo." Yeah. It's like,
Right. So
and
specifically mentioned
I
Johnny
responded.
Bravo, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And I responded saying, "Hey, long time no hear from you, Christopher." So I mean, I supported him for 2 years, and I invited him out here to Utah, and I was going to pay all of his expenses to help the community out over here. And he said, "I'll get back to you," but then he never did. So um, that's that
But
story.
while we were in Denver, he was big bad mad
Oh yeah,
because one, he didn't get a call, and two, because we were with Johnny Bravo, right?
yep,
Okay.
yeah.
Now
I
Johnny
posted, yeah,
Bravo,
because he mentioned Johnny Bravo in his text.
right. Now Johnny Bravo is the Baron of Bravado,
Yep.
and that's very high ranking in the union. And so on Friday, May 30th, okay, that was the day that Lion One was killed.
Yep.
Right. And remember, I'd been talking to her all week.
Yep.
And so she gets killed at just before 3:30, right? Well, it could have been any time between when he called 911, really,
Yeah.
but he did
Yeah.
need some
Between
different things.
yeah
But
between 3:30 and 4:17.
yeah, once we come to the conclusion that he did it,
Yeah.
or somebody with him did it, or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Or that he had help doing it, right? Because he did need some help getting a gun, right? He did need, but if we look at this from Denver, okay, so at let's say between 3:30 and 4:15, she's murdered, right? But I don't know about it yet.
Right.
But that night, okay, we are out in downtown Denver, right, Cliff? You were there.
Yeah. Yeah. We were at the EPA that
No,
after,
no, that night. That night.
oh, Sunday
That
night.
night. Pay attention. Yeah, no, Friday night.
Right.
We were out in downtown Denver with Johnny Bravo,
Oh, that's right. When
Idaho
he got
Community
attacked. Yeah.
Channel, Utah Cop Watch, West Side
Yeah.
Accountability,
Yeah.
right? And it was, downtown Denver late at night, right? And
Yeah.
Johnny Bravo got kidnapped, right?
Yep.
You remember that now?
Yeah. After being harassed by a couple of guys and basically assaulted, and he defended himself. Yeah. That's in my
Okay,
opinion.
but follow the ball here. The
I,
union took 2 attacks that day, right?
yep.
Right. So Lion One was murdered, and Johnny Bravo was kidnapped.
Yep.
Okay. And then, but it was like late Friday night. It was actually more like Saturday morning. I think it was probably
Yeah.
closer to 2 a.m. or something when he got kidnapped. So it was
Yep.
really Saturday morning. But this is all happening in quick succession, and I don't even know about Lion One yet because I haven't been told. Right.
Right.
But then Saturday, amongst all this, Johnny Bravo is in jail, right? And so I'm getting a lot of calls from a lot of peeps that want to help, right? And to what degree, trying to figure out how this is going to be approached because Johnny doesn't really like to be bailed out, right? And
I
he
didn't
was
know that at the time, but I found out
right,
later.
right. But there's a lot of peeps involved, and everybody's trying to help, And so,
Yeah.
anywho,
Yeah.
so then come Saturday, I try to call line one, but she doesn't answer, right? Which I thought was odd that she didn't call me back because we'd been talking every day. And so I would think she would call me back, but she didn't call me back. And I was super busy. We were busy Saturday doing things. We didn't film on Saturday, but we were trying to figure out Johnny Bravo getting out, right?
Right.
And
Well,
then,
actually, no, we went down to the police
oh, we did
station.
go to the police station and
Yeah.
stuff, and we filmed.
Yeah.
And actually, yeah, that's right. And you, Utah, me, and West Side
And Mile
all
High.
got there at the same time as Howie was coming out of the bail bonds
Right.
on Saturday, and you went live.
Yes.
Right. And then Howie was explaining what happened outside of the bail bondsman, what happened with the bail bondsman. He was saying that the bail bondsman wouldn't accept 10% of a bond that was only $500. And
Right.
Howie
Which
offered
is,
him 100 and he still wouldn't take it. And it was very confusing and odd. It seemed, right? But
right.
if it was an actual $1,000 bail, he would have been able to take it. But I don't know. That was the stance from the bail bondsman, right? And
Right.
and so then on Saturday, right, we're trying to get Johnny out, but we go down there and we do that live stream, and then on Sunday, I wake up and I get the text that says that Lion One has passed away, right?
Yeah.
And so we're still trying to get Johnny out. It's now Sunday, right? Peeps are really, pressure is building up, right? Because he's been in there all day Saturday, and now it's Sunday, and some peeps want to bail him out, but it's hard to tamp that down because he doesn't want to just bail out right away, right? I know he has to work on Monday, and our plan by then it kind of been to let him stay in there and bail him out on Monday if he wasn't out yet. But we thought that he would be out because there was court on Saturday and Sunday in Denver, which is called a clue. If they have court on the weekends, then they don't want to hold you. They want to kick everybody, right? So we figured that he was going to get released on his own recognizance. But nevertheless, if anybody donated to him, then we would just give him the money, And
Right.
and then so on Sunday morning, I wake up and I get the text, and immediately I'm like, there's been an assassination in the Union, right? This has nothing to do with Line One and her relationship. This has everything to do with what we're doing in the Union, right? And I knew it right off the bat. And because, one, we had just taken another attack, right? 2 attacks on the same day. Like, that wasn't lost on me. Instantaneously, I was aware of that situation, that the Union was under attack. And the Union was under attack in Denver, which wasn't a big fucking surprise because Denver is loaded with the enemy. You got DMA, Reagan Benson, Bolden Morticia, and Butterfly Boy, right? And, 2 of them, well, I expelled and vanquished Bolden Morticia, and she went down and sought out safe harbor from Good Citizen Media, right? And as I was walking north through Colorado, the valley in between the mountains, she was going south down and staying with Good Citizen Media, and I was aware of that, right? That cleared away, but I knew that things were brewing, right? And then so after, are you still there, Cliff?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, you took your picture off.
I just went off camera for a second.
Okay, we'll have none of that. The trolls like it better when we're on camera, but
Yeah.
So yeah,
They like my ugly mug.
So I didn't. My plan wasn't to leave Denver, but then when things started happening like that, I went back to Utah with Cliff and Utah Cop Watch, and nobody knew that I had left Denver, right? But I had left Denver, and there I am with Cliff, and then Good Citizen Media decides to launch another attack against the union in coordination with John Denicola.
Yeah.
Right. And immediately I was onto that. I know John Denicola is with AFA.
Yeah.
Right. And then GCM is down with AFA. Right. And they tried to get you people on the chat, but he didn't say anything. You people is in the union, but he knows who AFA is and has had contact with him. You know, he would, AFA might think that he's on his team or whatever, but you know, you people isn't down with murder or fraud or, you know, crimes and shit like that, in my opinion, right? But anyhow, John Denicola decides that this is his day and he's going to attack the union, right? And you know, we had just had a murder, okay, and Johnny Bravo gets kidnapped, and then John Denicola and GCM decide to engineer this live stream where they try to attack Cliff's integrity, essentially, right? Which is not going to happen, you know, in this community. Everybody knows Cliff and how trustworthy he is, right? And what Cliff does, it doesn't need explanation, you know. And he tried to do that, and that's AFA's playbook. You know, they love to do that, is try and make it look like somebody is raising funds for somebody who's in jail and then not giving those funds over, right? And that's AFA's playbook from the beginning. Go back years and years, right? And that's what has done, you know. And he always comes out of it looking no worse than he already did because he's scummy, you know, he's the bottom of the barrel, so he doesn't end up looking any worse, right? But who he's attacking does look worse, you know.
Yeah.
But that didn't get off the ground this time, you know, and just a few days later after that, it was 3 days later after that we got on the road and, you know, began following the leads, right? Actually, physically, you know, we picked up Brandon Mitchell, we got BSBT, right? We got the team together and we pieced together the leads, you know. And
I want to say something about that live stream too. I think Johnny Bravo and Mile High Community Watch were ambushed into what was going on.
Mile High Community Channel and Johnny Bravo and you people are all, and Joe Cool was on the chat, and Joe Cool, see, GCN tried to get Joe Cool in there to do his bidding and it didn't work. You know, Joe Cool
pretended like he didn't know me as usual.
He's not going to be manipulated,
right?
And
And he called you
Joe Cool.
And he called you the next morning too, and the first words out of his mouth was, "I know Cliff didn't do that." And I just like, what? He pretends not to know me. And it was good meeting him in Chicago too. We had a good private conversation in the car when you and Brandon Mitchell went for a walk. So he's a good person.
Yeah, Joe Cool is people's equal. You know, he's he cared about Lion One, and Lion One called him in the days before she died as well. And so on that live stream, Joe Cool is also knowing that she just died and knowing about that. But Joe Cool didn't know I knew. I hadn't talked to Joe about it, but we're both simultaneously questioning Billy's you know, guilt, right?
Yeah.
On the day of that live stream when GCM is trying to engineer, well, John Denicola, Yeah, John Denicola tried to engineer that, right? And that's for AFA. I don't know. John Denicola, like up until then, I had never heard a bad word about John Denicola, and now I just keep
And
hearing.
I think our audience is I think our audience is hearing for the first time either one of us saying anything negative about John Denicola. But I do remember him being on one of my live streams on the panel, him and AFA, and they both rage quit simply because I allowed my platform uh, for the head of Heat, Angry Vet, to vent about what he thought was wrong about the community, and they rage quit and simply because there was everybody was talking at once, and there was a lot of people on the panel, and Nikki muted everybody, and oh, they couldn't have that. So it's like the next thing you know, they thought it was me that did it. So the next thing you know, they're harboring this animosity towards me, and I never could understand it. It was weird to me. I don't know why, but that's my story of how I believe John Denicola might have been behind that. Yeah, and then he called you the next day too, I think, or you called him, or one of the other. We were on the back porch, and you said, "Look, I went through Cliff's phone."
We better check the dates on this because wait, can we go to GCM's channel?
Sure, man, that was a while ago. So it's good. How do I the full name? What was it?
Good Citizen
Good.
Media.
Okay, good citizen. Bear with me. Two finger typist here and shaking. Citizen Media.
Yeah, Good Citizen Media is in the Waldenburg area, and
Oh, I
Voldemort's
see.
was in Denver, and she went down and stayed with Good Citizen Media while I was going to Denver, and while I was in Denver, right? I wouldn't have it any other way. She had to fucking go,
Yeah.
and she
So
did
this
go.
was right around 2 months ago, right?
Yeah, it was 2 months ago,
Yeah.
but there's the link that I sent you, that first live stream, that one was on the 31st of May. And that's the day that he was kidnapped that early morning, but that night he plays that video, and we haven't really looked at that. But
Okay.
the second live stream, the one after that, what day was that played on?
Let me pull it up here. Let me go into more. It doesn't say
Yes, it does.
YouTube
It was on
uses
June 5th.
May 31st. May
No, that
31st is what I'm looking at.
No, that's
So
the
the other
first
one
one.
was
The
June
second
4th,
one was on June 5th.
June 5th. Okay, let me go to June
Yeah,
5th.
June 5th. And that was the day of the memorial service for Lion One. That's the day that John Denicola and GCM engineered the attack, was the day of the memorial service. Lion One's birthday.
Well, look what the cat drew again. That was the very next live stream.
No, it's We Found Johnny Bravo. He's out of jail. Let's see how the food was on June 5th.
Okay, there it is.
Yeah,
This
that's
one.
on June 5th. But on May 31st, we want to watch that video first.
Okay.
You see what I'm
All
saying?
right. Yep.
I'm not sure what he said in that video, but on the June 5th video, that is the day of the memorial service where Billy had himself and the Hawk filmed on the back porch of Lion One's house. That was her birthday. And that's the day that John Denicola and GCM decided to attack the union publicly.
Yep.
Publicly. right? And
and we haven't mentioned that until now. We haven't mentioned it publicly until now that they did that. So
right. Well, but right now, I'm gonna read some text messages here because okay, so on June 5th, that's when John Denicola and GCM organized this attack, right? And by this time, I mean I'm full fucking gear and shit, murder investigation. Like any attack on the Union during a murder investigation is considered quite fucking hostile. Okay, you're now considered a suspect in a murder investigation, is what you are. And so on June 6th, I said, so it looks like you woke up yesterday and figured it would be the day to come at me and my union sideways on a live stream based on nonstop lies. Here's how that's going to play out. You're all going to look real stupid as if you don't already. And he says, what do you mean? How do we look stupid by telling people Johnny didn't need the money to get out of jail? Johnny thanked everyone who donated and said that if they donated money to anyone to ask for the return of their money. And he also thanked you all for raising the money, but he didn't need it. I'm lost. And I said, yeah, you are lost. Johnny got the money. You lied. I have proof. And he says, how much? And I said $35 or $30. That's all that was raised, right?
yeah.
And I listed off who the recipients of the $30 were. I'm not gonna, say their names. And he says, and Johnny is sending it back to Cliff. So what's the issue? And I said, the issue is that you said he didn't get it. And a lot of things were said and they can't be taken back. And on top of that, I know a conspiracy when I see one. You all got manipulated by GCM. I'm giving him an out, but I knew he was fucking in on this. And he says, he said he got it and he's sending it back. The only other thing said was if anyone else donated to whoever, they should ask for the money back. So what is the issue with people who may or may not have donated getting their money returned? And I said, it would take me 6 hours to respond to each and every lying ass backstabbing comment made. But thank you for admitting that Johnny got the money. You were all talking a different story last night, though. I guess you thought it was the day. And he said, Johnny admitted last night that he got the 30 and he said he's sending it back to Cliff. So why is returning the money an issue? And why isn't Cliff asking these questions? He was the one Westside said collected the money. I said, you fucked up. The whole point of that live was to expose a non-existent scam. ... Bravo. Find an off-ramp because it's called slander and Cliff Williams has been damaged. And just to be clear, I'm not saying you said anything, but you did participate and I know it. And he says, again, I try and give him an off-ramp. And he says, if $30 is an issue, please explain how 6 of you couldn't pay a $500 bond or 10%, which was $50, without trying to ask people for money. All he asked is that anyone who gave money ask for it back. So again, how is honorable in sending money back a problem? His sentence structure lacked there. I don't know what he was trying to say. And I said, keep digging. And he says, how is anyone being damaged by those 3 people who donated getting their money back? And I said, and FYI, Johnny hasn't sent shit back. And he said he is sending it back. He did say he was getting paid today, so he can send it back. And then I said, so just to be clear, ... You all go on a 1 hour and 40-minute rant claiming that Cliff raised money and didn't give it to Johnny. And now that you admit that wasn't true, you think that Cliff should be required to return money that he already delivered. You got me fucked up. This is your guys' mess, ... You clean it up, because if this comes back to me, it's going to be big drama and there's going to be a lot of gagging on my presser. Oh, he's getting paid today, ... So the inference is that he received the money, ... spent it, ... lied about it, and now Cliff should wait for new money. That's different money. And he says, no, Johnny did a live stream that he was out of jail. He didn't know that people were trying to raise money for his bond because he was in jail. And he found out that people sent money for his bond. So him thanking them and thanking you all for raising money to get him out. But he didn't need the money. So him doing what is right by saying if you donated to anyone that you should ask for your money back is an issue. Seems like he was trying to do the right thing and returning the money to those who donate. I don't understand why $30 is the huge problem. And then he sends this picture of him, this snarky ass picture of John Denicola holding $500, right? Like he's a big ass boss and shit or something. I don't know. And he says, no, but it seems to be a huge problem for you all. But if it makes you feel better, I'll send Clip to $30 right now and get it from Johnny. And to be clear, we had the 500 to get Johnny out when we sent Mile High out there to get him. And again, why couldn't the 6 of you raise the money without crowdfunding? Please give me Cliff's Cash App and we'll pay the 30 and get from Johnny because he's at work. So to help him and help Cliff return the money, just give me the Cash App. And you going to give me his Cash App so I can send Cliff the $30. Are you going to give me? And I never respond. I said, you didn't send Mile High anywhere. You ain't no boss. And he says, you're correct. We asked him to go. I said, what you are is a two-faced, double-talking jive turkey. And he said, I'm still waiting for Cliff's Cash App. And he's still fucking waiting because I've never responded since, right? Because John Denicola decided to step off the porch for AFA during a murder investigation. And I consider that highly fucking suspect, right? Highly fucking suspect.
Yeah. And I did call the two of the 3 people that I knew and asked them if they wanted their money back. And they both said no.
Yeah, we don't need to get into that, Cliff. That's irrelevant. Okay.
And I'm not going to name names on that either.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have put all this out here. But that's what happened, guys.
No, this is about fucking an attack on the union from several different directions. And
I see that now. Yeah.
Right. And before I got to Denver, I sent you a video link earlier to People Party.
Yep.
Let's play that.
Okay. Let me make sure I got it here. Yeah, People Party. Now this isn't really a video. It's a montage of pictures, right? It's like
it's a video.
Okay.
You can't take that away from it. Once it's in video format, it's a video. You know, it's part of its identity, Cliff. Let's make it big. Yeah. Boom pow. Yeah, there we go.
It's a silent video and it's quick, so guys pay attention to who he's taking pictures with. So here we go.
Boom pow. Inner circle is tight. Ambling a boot with the big presser. Uh-oh, freaking media. Boom pow, one demise. Illinois Tyrant News and Accountability. Yeah. That was Kilted Cop Watch, Joe Cool. Midwest Accountability. CTI, Central Tyrant Investigations. Brandon Mitchell, Joe Cool, and Joko. New Mexico Citizen. Four Corners, Fist in the Air. With Press for Transparency as well. Phoenix Cop Watch, Tapatio's Cop Watch in West Side and Tempe. BSBT again, he's in Arizona now with AZ Unfiltered, Just a Guy Having Fun, Patricia Milia Audits, Every Camera Counts, and Patricia Milia, Reluctant Prophet. Tuck Police Suck and Reluctant and Tucson Toe Tag with West Side. Yeah, we got El Charo in there. Pigs Under Pressure. Girl with the Camera, Anna Banana. King George Wallen. Man, there's so many peeps.
Yeah.
Right. And that's all like in Arizona mostly, you know.
Yeah.
In New Mexico.
I noticed there was somebody missing in Arizona.
Yeah, there was somebody obviously not there, right? Direct deposit is not there. And but everybody else is there, right? And so I wouldn't have been able to do that if direct deposit had any support at all, you know. to leave him out of that could only be done if he had lost all of the support. And that's why there's absolutely zero channels stepping up to say anything good about direct deposit. And, you know,
Yeah,
it's been that way for a long time, right? It's been that way
there's
for a long
obviously
time.
reasons for it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been that long for a long time. And he's 1/3 of the triad, right? If you have direct D, DMA, and AFA, right? They need each other in order to keep any strength, right? And it's all collapsed, right? All their political support has collapsed, but it hadn't really been noticed to where you could put your finger on it. But I was certain that he had zero support before I went to Arizona. But I had to go there and find out, right? And as I met everybody in Arizona and talked to them and bonded with them, I can, you know, be here today on this live stream and say with 100% certainty that ain't nobody gonna get up and say a goddamn thing that's good about Christopher Ruff. Not one fucking thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's almost like he's turned into a traitor of the 1A community and cop watchers and constitutionalists. It's almost like he's a troll now. Um, and I know I called him out numerous times on my drama channel too. So there's videos of it. How he raged against me when I was in his live chats too, calling him out on his bullshit. Um, so, and I don't have issues with a lot of people. People knows that. Um, it's just there's this certain few that I can just see right through, and I try to not call them out on it right away, but I just, as soon as they start attacking me, gloves are off. And they went off with Christopher Ruff. They did. But I also, I did what I did, and I left it behind because we've got a mission. We need to affect change. And but now that I know that there is a unity in this movement, and I'm seeing people try to actually destroy this union, um, I can see a lot bigger picture of what's happening um, within this community. It's a much bigger picture than I realized. Um, and getting to know you and everyone that we traveled with over the last month, uh, I've learned a lot and I've seen a lot, and I can see all of this. It's a conspiracy on both sides.
Yeah, it's a
They're
conspiracy.
conspiring.
And now
Yeah.
that slideshow that you just showed, okay, that started with Lion One in front of the fireplace, and that was last February, right? And the
Yep.
mission was to go full circle, and full circle meant to go see Sam the Man, right?
Yep.
And that was, you know, going all the way around, right? And because I'd been on the east and I'd been on that side again, but now going full circle, right? All the way around the union, you know, and tipping it on its side, right? That's full circle and then tipping it on its side. And that's what I did in that video, right? And that was the message, that was the mission, right? And that was the mentality. And just because Rabbit thought that he had sabotaged it by getting a flat tire and breaking the wheel off, essentially, right? He thought that he was going to stop the mission, but the mission never fucking stopped, right? And I kept walking, you know what I'm saying? And I've been walking around the country for almost since the end of 2016, so eight eight years, right? Going on 9 years, I guess, whatever. But and I started walking, and you know there was a lot of conspirators that would give me rides and get me to the next city, right? Joe Cool was one of them, you know. And once I got to Arizona, right? I mean, I was going to go by Arizona, but then there was a decision made to take it, you know, and I went with it instead. I was just gonna go see Sam the Man, and then I was like, no, instead, I'm gonna fucking isolate Direct D. And that's what I fucking did, right? And he is completely cut off. He has zero fucking support, and I know it, right? And you know, I didn't have to tell anybody shit. Like they told me all the problems that they've had with Direct D, right?
Yeah.
I just listened, you know,
I know I did.
and recognized, you know, that Direct D has zero support for a lot of reasons, right?
Yeah.
I'm not just that he like defrauds channel owners out of large sums of money, right? But um, other reasons too, you know, a long laundry list, right? And but his nonprofit scammy thing is one of his signatures. You know, that's his signature moves, right? One of his signature scams is his income, you know, and he cares about his income, right? So it's not lost on me that the Savage Saints are embroiled in controversy regarding their uh,
Good to see you,
theft,
Johnny Bravo.
their theft, you know, and fraud. That they're taking accusations all over the place for that, and have been for a long time.
Yeah.
I guess it's the talk of the town over there in Spruce Pine at how they're stealing from the camps and whatnot.
Yeah.
Um, any questions?
Do we have any questions from the chat? Because you and I have talked about this stuff quite a bit, and it's really coming together. And I think that the even bigger picture is, but we don't know. We have questions. Are they giving cover to the rabbit behind the scenes too? Are they trying to help him in some way, or are they going to be coming out? Well, I think we've already seen it starting with the little engine that couldn't. He's coming out and being public about this now too, stating his opinion on what happened to Lion One. And I think there's going to be more to come because GS is basically wanting him to help sick him on us and the union. And they've got Finkel of all people behind him. I don't know what happened with Finkel. Um, you know, he said in GS's live stream in a chat, he said, I used to think Cliff was smart. Well, Finkel, I used to think that you were smart too, you know, so it works both ways. Um, but it just seems like they're coming together to come against what we've been saying. And all we're doing really is just asking questions. We're asking questions, and we're not letting the rabbit get away with a bullshit narrative, changing his story continuously. Uh, and we want real answers. We want true facts, and we want to make sure that that sheriff's department in Mitchell County, North Carolina, is actually doing their job and doing a real investigation, which I think they already messed it up from the very beginning because they swallowed hook, line, and sinker whatever the rabbit was telling them. And then they realized, oh, maybe we should do an investigation now. Well, the scene's already, you know, it's screwed up. I mean, did they take all the pictures they needed to take? Did they do the analysis? Did they check for blood residue, gunshot residue? Did they do what they were supposed to do whenever there's especially a violent death like that?
Mm-hmm.
These are the answers that I want. And I'd like them, it's been 2 months now, I'd like them to at least come out and say that there is an active investigation instead of people having to call down there and ask them, is there an investigation? And then being told, yes. I mean, we shouldn't have to call down there, and we don't want to call down there because then they're going to be flooded with phone calls. We don't want that either. We want them to come out with something, give us something, because uh, it just seems like you're just hiding everything and never going to do anything. That's what it seems like to me. I don't know about everybody else, but I'm
I
really
don't give a
concerned about it.
damn what they have to say. I think they're fucking idiots. The bottom of the barrel, the
Oh, I
dumbest
do too.
you could possibly find would work in government and deal with
Yeah,
frauditors and shit. Like,
yeah,
fuck no. Anybody with a brain cell would quit their job before they dealt with a frauditor. You know,
yeah, yeah.
go work in Uber or maybe DoorDash or something. You know, if you're thinking about becoming a cop, no, DoorDash instead. DoorDash
Yeah,
instead.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's a much more um uh
rewarding,
and it
rewarding,
and
rewarding. Like
yeah,
you'll feel
it
better about yourself bringing folks
absolutely.
food
Yeah,
instead of bringing them blue lies.
yeah. And that is all they do. A lot is
Yeah,
lie.
I
And
have
I think
zero.
they're just the thugs protecting the overall government, politicians, and when they don't want to be exposed, these are the thugs that will bury people with a camera.
Yeah,
They don't want to be exposed,
right. They don't want to be exposed.
and they'll do
Right.
whatever it takes to make sure that they don't get exposed. But they're being exposed. I mean,
Right.
not on mainstream media, where most people pay attention to mainstream media. They don't really pay attention to YouTube and all these social media platforms. But think about it, folks. We can't be bought off by government officials. We
Well, we need to talk about the
can't anyway, but maybe
bonds.
others can be bought off. I don't know.
We need to talk about the bonds again, Cliff, because you
Yeah,
see, John Denicola and GCM, what they did is they came for a lot of peeps bonds
yeah. They
up
came
in
for Johnny
Denver, right?
Bravo's.
Because we went to
Yeah,
Denver
yeah,
and I issued bonds with Johnny Bravo and with Mile High Community Channel, and they're backed by solid gold built on
yeah,
trust and genuine sincerity.
yep,
And they, Johnny Bravo is the Baron of Bravado, and Mile High Community Channel is Hungry Howie,
yep,
and Ghost Rider is the Ghost of Guarantees, and Brian Johnson is the Scene Setter, and Dub Webs is the Rapid Responder. So there's a lot of union activity going on in Denver, right? And there's a lot of bonds, and I don't just go like meet somebody for 5 minutes and be like, can we get a video or something? Because I really just care about them. I go to see people, not to places. And,
right.
there's a lot of good people in Denver, right? And I
Genuine
went,
and sincere people.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And then GCM and John Denicola decided to try and come after their bonds with me, right? There's a bond between them. And that wasn't going anywhere and shit, right? But still, nevertheless, he tried it, and he had never tried it before. It was like it should be shocking everybody in this chat to hear John DeNicola brought up like this, right?
it shocked me. It shocked
Yeah.
me. It did.
In the text, I said, if this comes back to me, it will be big drama, right? And it did come back to me, right? And that's why it is big drama, right? Um, this
As
is real.
far as sign is dead end and cliff sign is U-turn. Okay, generally specific. Yeah.
Generally
Say what you want.
spunkific, generally spunkific
Yeah.
is in here.
Yeah. 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 He's making his appearance and calling people names.
The grief
And
scripture,
just try to degrade people. And yeah, he's
the
here.
grief scripture.
The grief grifter. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's his heel card. Once you get a heel card, you never get a badge ever. You are not for the Constitution at all, and you swore an oath to it. So you're a traitor of this country, GS, in my opinion. But I'm right.
strong words.
And I mean them.
Take heed, heathen.
Talk about a projector. Wow.
Yeah, GS is really trying to act like he's not all up in it.
He is.
I mean, how the fuck does this guy get interview with the arms dealer
Yeah. Yeah.
and the murderer
Yeah. And
and
he's
the
talking
corrupt
about our
villain
union. He's
and the
talking about
corrupt
our union.
villain?
Yeah. And he's talking about
Right.
our union, like maybe we should be investigated on what is it, RICO? Only a cop would think of that, or maybe a Fed, right? Is that what you are, generally specific? Or do you just work for the Fed? You got to be low level because you're not that horribly bright, even though you try to act like you're the smartest person in the room.
Well, GS is F and B, but I don't know if he's got a little eye. It's a little eye. Little eye, you know.
Yeah.
But he's really coming around actually. He's admitting point after point after point. You know, it's kind of sad to see him backpedal as much as he has been.
Yeah. Well,
He's got a lot
I
of
think
questions for Billy. He's a lot of things don't make sense that Billy's saying, you know, I mean, these are just GS's words and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. I think he wants to make up with you, Cliff, but he doesn't know how, you know?
Well, yeah, I think that time has passed. Nothing
Okay.
against him, but I'm just not interested in any kind of relationship with that guy
Right.
ever again.
Right. It was
Too
kind of a
too
toxic
much.
relationship.
Yeah, very toxic. Who wants to be around somebody that has such a filthy mouth and claims he's a Christian? I can't deal with it. I can't deal with that.
Well,
Racist, bigoted, homophobe, all those tendencies. Um, I just, it's just those are my opinions about GS, and I'm not going to change them. Sorry, just not going to happen.
do you think he put any input into the Savage Saints initials being the SS?
I didn't think about that. The SS, huh? Yeah, I didn't. That was brilliant things. And why would anybody um, take two words that are completely at odds with each other, savage, and then saints? Uh, it's how does that make any sense at all to name your nonprofit savage saints? Something's not quite right about that either. Oh, here he is saying these words again. He always does that. He thinks I'm doing that right there. He thinks I'm doing that. He's projecting. I think he's actually internally doing that. I don't like to say that word. I think he's internally doing that though, and so I get to him. I understand that. And maybe I'm being too
Generally,
hard on him. He
it's
does have anger issues.
it's generally spurgific. Or
Yeah.
yeah,
You know
generally
he's gonna.
spurgific.
He's gonna share this on his channel now. He's always doing it on from my channel, and I don't need your clout. I don't need it. GS, share somebody else's live streams. I mean, Westside Accountability loves you, dude. Even though you call her, what did he? I'm not even going to repeat what you called her.
That's a hell of
Um,
a thing to say.
yeah,
Besides, I don't think she does not love
no,
GS's.
I know she doesn't.
And
I was
stuff.
being just
I
as
mean, she
disingenuous
would
as
be,
generally specific,
she
and I
would hear him
apologize.
out. She would hear him out.
She would. She would hear
Yeah,
him out.
yeah.
But I don't.
If
I'm
he
going to say
had
what
some,
he said. You'll never be on my panel ever again.
Well, he doesn't have anything to
Like
say.
I
I mean, if he had
Yeah,
some
like I
relevance
care.
in the story. He's grasping for relevance.
He is.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah. Otherwise, West Side would have him up there, in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep.
but he doesn't have anything to add right now because
No.
the murderer, the user and loser, Loose Lugs, the rabbit, the white rabbit, Billy, B. He added the B. The B isn't real. He wanted to be a B. B-E-E. He said that was his middle name on Facebook and shit. That's not his
Yeah.
fucking middle name.
No.
He's a make believe B.
Yep.
Make believe.
Yeah. I like that. You have all kinds of like double and triple meanings when you say words.
Well, he does the same thing. And I
Yeah.
pointed out yesterday on West Side's Live, I think that Lion One would have liked that quality in him, right? His ability to use words and use double and triple entendres and meanings to the words,
Yeah.
right? He liked that, and he does do that, and I can see him doing it in a very devious fucking way, right? Like when he's talking at the memorial service, right? Oh man, the demons and all that shit.
Yeah.
What are you
Marcy
reading?
Fox in the chat. She's just saying hello. Um, and Marcy, it's not lost on me what you do for people. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. But I know. Okay.
John Denicola could get up here.
Oh, he'd be welcome up on my panel.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck yeah.
I wouldn't mind hearing his
Come on up,
explanation of
John.
what he was really thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anytime, in fact.
Yeah. I mean, I'd hear him out. I mean, if he, I just don't know that he was genuine about actually believing that I would do what he was accusing me of. I don't know. Maybe it's an East Coast thing. Maybe they just
What it was
have
was
a
it
have.
was a fucking coordinated conspiracy and shit to attack the Union. And it all started the first attack was on May 30th, killing Lane One. And then Johnny Bravo, getting a baron kidnapped, right? Like Viceroy is, nobility, Cliff. You understand how this code works
Yes.
to a certain degree, right? And a baron is very high ranking, right? And
Yeah.
so they had a baron kidnapped and the executress assassinated on the same day. Okay, and then the day that the baron is getting out is the day I find out that the executress has been assassinated. And then the day of the memorial service / confession, which is Lion One's birthday, is the day that John Denicola, who works for AFA, and GCM, who probably answers to Direct D a little bit more than AFA, but if they're both in on it, then he's definitely going to do it. And decided to launch their live stream and go after the Viceroy. They tried to go after the entire fucking Union because if that succeeded, what they were doing, then they were going to take away, the integrity, right? That the Union, stands for, right? Is we're peaceable, we don't commit crimes, right? We're honest, genuine, and sincere,
Right.
And,
Yeah.
and
And
we
yeah,
don't
Direct
apologize
D
for
actually.
shit. We don't
Yeah.
apologize for shit, and we don't explain nothing to
Right.
nobody because we know that our bonds are secure,
Yeah.
right?
And I know that Direct D did a full background check on me, and all he could come up with was a bankruptcy. I have no zero zip nada criminal record. Go ahead and do your best, people. Generally specific. Go ahead. You already know. That's why these attacks on me are very
just
severe. Is because
Cliff, just give them
yeah.
BSPT's bond number and be fucking done with it. All right?
Yep, there we go.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
867-5309, generally
yeah.
specific. And you
Sean
can
Puffy Paul Reyes already apologized for all of our freedoms. So
yep,
move on.
yep,
Okay. We can now,
yep,
press on, press harder, press now. Right.
yep.
But I've
Which
never
is
had
an
any
action,
doubt.
people, which is an action, right? Uh, I think it's lost on some folks out there. Press is an action. It's not who people are, right?
Right. Right.
So
It's a right of the people.
yeah,
There's several rights of the people that are established in the Constitution. Seven that I could count, right? Religion, assembly, press, petition, speech, the right to bear arms, keep and bear arms, and the right to be secure,
yeah,
right? Everything after the eighth word in the Fourth Amendment is once you go in your
privilege.
person, your house, your papers, and your effects,
Yep,
right? And then you have to be reasonable. But people have to be peaceable, like Martin Luther King. And zero amount, 100 reasons, 1,000 reasons would not convince Martin Luther King to breach the peace. And no amount of reasons will get me to breach the peace, right?
or me.
And this is what Lion One was on board for is a peaceable solution,
Yep,
right? A you know a realistic solution that actually can happen, right? And she
yep,
believed in the vision, that I have, right? And what was happening is that we were unveiling a political party called People Party,
yep,
right? And People Party is spreading real fucking fast because it's genuine and it's sincere, and we issue bonds.
and the enemy does not want us to get any traction, and they are on the attack. And I can see it as plain as day.
Right. Not that we had any malicious intent towards them, except to just
No,
not have anything to do with them, right?
right,
And
right.
ignore them as if they don't even exist, but they want to exist and they want to matter, and they're willing to commit crimes in order to keep their illusion
Yep.
going another fucking day. But it's over. It's fucking over, guys. The thing is that uh DMA and Direct D and AFA are all politically isolated. They have zero friends at the end of the day, and they have some fucking clowns that are trying to step off the porch for them that miscalculated and have no idea what they're involved in. Maybe, right? Maybe. I'm hoping John Denicola isn't involved in murder, but he was on board apparently for the what he thought was just going to be some drama and shit.
Hmm.
Maybe, but
Maybe.
it happened to be coordinated with the fucking assassination of the executress, right? Which
Yeah.
combined with the kidnapping of the Baron and the coordinated timing of the live stream going off with the memorial on her
Which is
birthday.
kind of, uh, uh, yeah,
I mean,
and kind of
it's like,
ambushing two of our union folks,
yeah, trying to
trying to
take everything
gaslight them, make them think
from
it's
this
something.
union, like
Yeah.
break it up from the inner circle
Yeah.
out, right? And
And as
Billy,
far as I'm concerned, it did not work. Johnny
yeah,
Bravo, I love you, brother. And Mile
no,
High Community Channel, and I just talked today, so
listen,
we're good.
the secret to the conspiracy is that it's not a secret, right? And we
Right.
put it right out there on a
Yep.
picture at the end of every single video, right? Here's the code, but it's unbreakable and it's unshakable. And come for it, right? But
Yep.
that never works, and they can't figure it out because they're not listening.
Yep.
Right. But the evidence, is in how much support this story has gotten, right, and the path that it took to get where it got. And
Yeah.
if you understood the code, then it would be clear as day. And Line One spoke the code, and Billy had access to it enough to understand who was in it. Now, before we went to Denver, okay, Denver was a long time in the planning, like I said, and there was this one conversation between Lion One and I was sitting out on this rock in Arizona, and I had met pretty much everybody in Arizona and talked to them and knew that DirectD didn't have any support. And we were looking at the map together. She was, I mean, we were on the phone, but we were looking at the map and talking about DirectD and DMA and AFA and who like really supported them at the end of the day, if anybody. And we didn't believe that they had any support. We were pretty sure they had burned all their fucking bridges. And they've been, especially AFA has been saying for years, oh, yeah, I've done these things, I do these things, and still it never stops anybody from working with me. But I mean, it kind of has, right? And but he's bounced and bounced and bounced, but like it always brings down he gets in their relationships and like fucks shit up and like brings down the mood, right?
Yeah.
It changes things. Like I don't know, nobody's happy around AFA. I've never seen anybody happy around AFA.
Yeah, and hanging out with you is a people party. Literally.
Yeah, it's a people party. And it
in
goes
more ways than one.
Yeah,
It
nobody's
does.
fighting with each other.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And we support each other, and we really care and listen. And that can't be faked, right?
No, it
Not
can't
a
be.
trick. No, because you don't want to do that if you don't like somebody. Don't spend any time listening to them because they're going to keep coming back, and then you're going to be around somebody you don't want to be around.
Yeah.
Right, which is why I don't talk to DirectD or DMA or AFA. Right, I don't engage at all. Like an enemy of an enemy is not necessarily a friend, but that is their philosophy, right? And I have an opposing philosophy, which is really it's politics at the end of the day, right? And my politics is to be peaceable, and theirs might be to be reasonable. They think it's reasonable to hold a knife to a 15-year-old girl's throat just to steal her cell phone. I disagree.
Yeah. I do too.
Yeah. Let's check out some of that video that I sent you the link to on GCM, the very first live stream that I've never seen before the one that we know of that was the attack on the 5th, but the one that played on the 30th, the 31st that I sent you the link to.
Yeah, I think I've got it pulled up here. It's the yeah, it was the night that it says where in the world is Johnny Bravo 303? Is that the one?
It's the link I sent you.
Yeah.
Okay. Boom, pow. We got liftoff.
This one.
Oh, make it big.
Yeah, do you want me to start it at the very beginning or because you had it on, I think it was 1328, something like that.
Ask the audience and shit. What is the audience?
What do you guys
pick
think?
a random number. Everybody pick a random number, and then we'll just, add them all up and then divide by like 9 or something, and then because we'll use numerology against generally specific today.
No, I'm just gonna play it from the beginning. Here we go.
Okay, because I did get an intelligence briefing that generally specific is vulnerable to numerology.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
He is.
And he, here he is projecting again, that cult leader.
Oh, I made sure that everybody did their vows today.
Yeah. Oh, I got to do mine in 2 minutes, so I'm going to take mine off camera as I play this. Okay, so I got to do my 3 vows. I got to point in the direction of where you're at. So here we go.
Morning, night, like, share, subscribe, or take flight, find us in Colorado. Raising our voice, filming the cops, it's our choice. Making the meetings, breaking the mold, making the news, the truth be told. On the tube, we spread the word, you people know it's absurd. Free press, we won't digress, good.
So today we're wondering, where in the world is Johnny Bravo? Where in the world is Johnny Bravo? He was kidnapped last night by District 6, guys. Denver PD, District 6.
District 6 sucks dick.
So Johnny Bravo 303 is sitting in
Yes, it does. We've experienced it, District 6.
Sitting in the Who's Cow, I think. We're trying to figure out where in the world is Johnny Bravo.
Great
Does
question.
anybody know?
Last time I saw him, there was some fat, bald-headed sergeant hooking him up in Denver. So that was the last place I saw him before they threw him in the back of the car.
Is that Wandering Hippie?
No,
Well, I don't think on any of the.
that's
That's
John
who?
Denicola. John
That's John
Denicola.
Denicola. Okay, good.
Yeah, and
Let's
you
not
people.
confuse that with Wandering Hippie, all right? Not everybody from Mass sounds the same. So that's John Denicola.
Yeah, and you people.
And you
Up on the upper
people.
left. Yeah,
You people's on the upper left.
yeah.
Okay. And so we got a union member up in here, so we know we're safe with him. But who else is in there? GCM?
Yep, GCM, just those 3 on the panel.
Okay. Well, you people is the sound surrounder. He is sound. For sure. And 100%. Now, GCM is up on the upper right,
Yep,
and you people is
on the upper left.
okay. And
John Denicola is
John
on the bottom.
Denicola is on the bottom. Yeah, because he's a bottom.
Yep, that's where he
All
belongs.
right. Continue.
Here we go.
Lives we ever found out exactly what station he was being taken to. I'm trying to get a hold of West Side still and a couple of other people, get some more details here, but I can't get a hold of anybody.
Right. Why? Pause it. You there, Cliff?
Yeah, go ahead. I paused it.
Yeah, he can't figure out the code, right? And so he doesn't know who to talk to, right?
Right.
He said he called West Side, and he said he called some other peeps,
Yeah.
right? But he's not going to get answers like that, right? Because, I mean, you guys are all in a cult, and I don't allow anybody to give information except me, right?
That's right. That's the way it is. I can come back on camera now. I've got my vows done.
Right. Right. But John is trying to act like this isn't a cult. And that he can just ask anybody, right? And he's not saying he asked me, right?
Right.
Right. And GCM is harboring Voldemorticia right now on this day of this live stream, right? Voldemorticia is in his presence.
Yep.
Right.
So, have you ever told my audience the story about Voldemorticia?
Don't need to.
Okay.
Moving on. Voldemorticia, yeah, is obviously the stone-faced, saggy scaled bitch on a plinth that ain't nobody wanting to see without a blindfold. Okay. Moving on.
All right. Sit here.
Yeah, Volda Morticia was down there with GCM right after I, made her leave. Right. And Denver while I was there. And then we were with Johnny Bravo and Brian Johnson and Ghost Rider and MyOI Community Channel and Dub Loves, King's Accountability, MLH. He well,
That's a funny story about him.
Starstruck, I think, is what it was. And it was like, I don't know. It's weird. I mean, I try to be humble and stuff, but like I rolled a joint and I like gave it to him, and he wanted to take it home and frame it, I think, as like a memento or something of like he got to smoke a joint with Press Harder. I don't know. I mean, I tried to treat him just like, anybody else, but he was just like, "You're amazing, bro," and wanted my joint. I don't know. He couldn't pry the joint out of his hands and shit. It's like trying to take a home run baseball out of a little kid's hand,
That was a funny story. He just puts it in his box and takes it home.
Yeah.
Instead of passing it around. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, you saw that, Angie. They're trying to get a little rough with him too.
Morning,
Yeah,
Huntington
as long as
Township.
Watch how are you this morning? Yeah. Yeah, they tried to get a little rough with him. Looked like to me too, Little
Yeah.
asshole.
He put his hands behind his back, but apparently when you put your hands behind your back, that's resisting now. I didn't realize when they're putting the handcuffs on you and your hands are behind your back, that becomes resistance. Maybe it's me, maybe I'm blind, I don't know.
Well, the Denver cops. They don't like us cop watchers up there filming them and watching what they're doing and stuff like that. I mean, they're pretty open about not liking cop watchers or free press or anything like that.
Yeah. Seems to be
You're live.
Road Commander in the chat.
The Code Commander.
No,
The
he said
Road Commander in the chat and the Code Commander right here.
Yeah.
I couldn't drift too far away from my cult leader without, being drawn back. So
You did your battleship.
I did. You felt them, right?
I was watching on Google Maps.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And then thank you, Gloria AD, for being the first member. That's awesome. AJA got a membership as well. Memberships are only 99 cents, guys. So support Cliff and support the mission.
Oh, Ajat, I didn't. For some reason, I'm not seeing when somebody becomes a member in the live chat.
I believe AJA. Yeah, I believe AJA is in there.
Ajat, if that's so, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Yeah, we already met our goal. I had a goal of 1 super chat today, so we're good there. So that's where I'm going to set that goal, and it's I'm not going to set a new one. So I'm no grifting here. So that's just the way it's going to be. But thank you for that, BSBT. I appreciate you.
Yeah, and Gloria AD, longtime supporter of the community too. She's always been active and supporting. So thank you, Gloria AD.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so here we are back to this
Oklahoma
video.
Outlaw. Thank you for the
Listen.
membership, Oklahoma Outlaw.
Oh, okay. Oh, hell yeah, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And AJOT and somebody
Gloria,
else was.
Gloria was the first.
Gloria was the very first membership.
Yeah, and the very first super chat too. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get back to the video. Yes.
No, all that was sponsored by the Grief Grifter. Actually,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you,
he
Tree
agreed.
Drifter.
He agreed to double all money that was raised on this channel. Like, he agreed to
Yeah.
double it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that would be very nice. Yeah. Oh, GS is busy writing Finkel. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Rogue.
probably.
That was from
Oh,
Rogue Nation. Look at that.
yeah,
I gotta get back to work, peace. Good
the,
to see you.
the illustrator of influence right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, very high ranking and very powerful position. You know, very influential. He influenced many in this murder investigation. His stream was very influential. Many have told me that they were convinced after watching Rogue Nation.
Yeah.
Huh?
I think more and more people got convinced from every live stream that came out there. And the one that convinced for public safety the most was on GS's stream when Billy actually spoke. So, oh,
Right.
Sly Shy, thank you so much.
Right. So,
You're always here for me too. And so is Howard Clegg. Look at that. Another member. Howard Clegg got a membership and sent a little sticker too.
oh my God.
My bad.
Yeah.
Listen,
It's
let's
like a
get a
tattoo.
new
Open up a lung.
every time there's a new green member, you know what I'm saying? I just start coughing like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Not bad.
Yeah. I
Oh,
love it.
thank you for the new members.
Put down the Denver.
Yeah.
Put down the
And,
Denver. We're gonna OD on Denver again.
and I'm
Yeah.
just happy everybody's
That's
here
just
too.
another
So
aspect is that BSBT had OD'd on Denver, and while all of this was going down in Denver, because Denver is there's danger around Denver. You know, Denver is a city that historically the government has come down super
hard.
hard on cop watchers, auditors, sign holders, free speech of all sorts.
Yeah.
They've attacked on many fronts and many angles, and
Yeah. All three branches of government.
yeah,
Basically.
absolutely, yeah. But okay, so this video though is taking place. Like the host of this video is literally with Voldemorticia. Voldemorticia is not seen because you can't see Voldemorticia. She's a void, right? And
There's no bitterness there at all. No, I'm never gonna go to Cheesy Poofs, Oklahoma Outlaw. I'm never gonna. No, I don't want the Cheesy Poofs. Oh my lord.
but he is literally there.
Yeah.
With him, right? The host of this. Okay, so it's not missed on me. The
Yeah,
fucking
I've seen her in
influence
chats
going
there.
on here,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And she everywhere I go, she tries to come. I mean, her mission is to find the ones that are the snakes in the grass,
Yeah.
right? And they all will talk to her and shit, and because they're double talking jive turkeys.
Oh, so we have John Denicola in the chat.
Yeah, you want to get up here and tell us how
No facts.
you didn't
No
try and
facts.
organize an attack on the Union and shit, while at the same time there was an assassination in the Union.
Yeah. Stephanie Jenks, do you want to put in the StreamYards link? You can come up, John Denicola.
I'll wait.
Okay, let me drop the link then. I'll drop it. Copy.
He probably
Paste.
does want to come up here and flash some $100 bills and shit for us.
Yeah. Like 5 $100 bills.
Right.
Mm-hmm. She's big time. For some reason, I don't think that, did that hyperlink, is it in blue, Stephanie? I just put it in the chat. You got it, okay.
Well, let's carry on with the video and see if he has the
Yeah.
identical list to get up here.
Yeah. See if he's got the ball sack.
A habit. You know, you'd think that they would have learned with all the money that they had paid out to other people, you know. But
Yep. So it is our understanding that that in the videos that you'll you know, I'm trying to get links for them right now. The videos that you see from these links, seems like Johnny got arrested. What do you think, for a fight that happened prior to, or was it the big black gentleman? Like, what was the result of his arrest?
Let's play through it a little bit and see what everybody else thinks. Thanks, Brooke. We appreciate you over here. You know, those memberships do help the channel. You know, they at least keep YouTube happy, right? You do help the algorithm, man. I appreciate more members. And thanks for the 3 months, Brooke. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this up here. All right. And this is Johnny Bravo last night.
Badge number. What's the name of badge number? What's the name of badge number?
I've told you 3 times and I've given you a card. You want to press charges?
You gonna do your job?
Trying to press charges.
The other guy. See how that works now? So even if I wanted to, where? You paying attention to this shit? Oh, this is on you. It happened in front of you.
All right. So you hear that? Do you want to press charges? Do you want to press charges? Do you? Do you want to press charges? And he says, well, he's gone. And he says, no, he's right over there. Okay. So that plays a role in what's coming, I think, guys.
The failure to intervene goes on with everybody else that thinks that shit's not okay. Hell, you look old enough to know what the fuck you're talking about. Gray hair, 3 stripes. You better get his ass in line,
pause
too.
that for a second.
Okay. You seen that shit happen down there? Yes or no? Did you see that shit happen?
Did you stay deposit?
No, I didn't say anything. I was muted.
Oh, okay. I
No.
guess I was hearing things. Here we go.
But
Yes or no?
since
Yep,
it's
since
paused,
Uh,
the Baron of Bravado is really fucking giving it to this.
Oh, yeah. And
fuck
rightly
face.
so. Yeah.
And rightly so. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
because we were there.
had them, like septangulated and shit this night.
Yeah.
Right, I
Yes,
had to
we did.
create an entire new word to describe what we fucking did to District 6. That
Yep.
sucks dicks. Right, but okay, just a little foreshadowing, right? This always felt like a setup.
Yeah. It was. It was a setup. I strongly believe it was a setup.
Uh-huh. And this is the same night Lion 1 was killed,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Okay. Carry on.
Thank you, Full Court Press. Wow.
Oh, wait.
That's awesome.
Wait, before you start, I want to say one thing. To be fair,
To be fair. Oh. All right, here we go. And thank you again, Full Court Press. That's 20 gifted memberships, so we appreciate that. Wow. And Hungry Howie's in the chat. Johnny Bravo in the chat. Gotta love them. Here we go.
Charges. I'm cool right now. I'm on the sidewalk. No, you don't tell me what to do. I'm on the sidewalk. This motherfucker tell me, do you want to press charges? Okay, then back up. No. Then you're going to illegally arrest me. You're going to answer to David Lane, bitch. David Lane. You will answer that office. You arrest me on the sidewalk, bitch, over feelings. I ain't scared of your shit. I'll get your ass on the stand. My shit goes to trial. What's on this crime? We start doing all this shit. Look at the judge. Look at your look. You gotta answer that, fucker. Dead ass for real on this. I ain't scared about it. So you little threats ain't shit. You either shut the fuck up or you stand on what you say. If you get behind your little fucking wall. Yeah, you shut the fuck up and.
All right. So you don't like First Amendment. What's up, Aurora? Good to see you.
Hey, if you back it up, right?
Yeah, it's
if you back
great
it up,
dude.
the guy that arrests him is the guy that was sitting at the back end of that cop car on the left side. The bald guy.
Yeah. Yeah. And basically he does say interference here. You interfering with my officers, blah blah blah.
You're talking about gray hair, 3 stripes. You better get his ass in line too. You seen that shit happen down there? Yes or no? Did you see that shit happen? Yes or no?
Charges.
I'm cool right now. I'm on the sidewalk. No, you don't tell me what to do. I'm on the sidewalk. This motherfucker tell me, do you want to press charges? Okay, then back up. No. Then you're going to illegally arrest me. You're going to answer to David Lane, bitch. David Lane. You will answer that office. You arrest me on the sidewalk, bitch, over feelings. I ain't scared of your shit. I'll get your ass on the stand. My shit goes to trial. What's the elements of crime? We start doing all this shit. Look at the judge. Look at your look. You got to answer that, fucker. Dead ass for real on this. I ain't scared about it. So you little threats ain't shit. You either shut the fuck up or you stand on what you say. If you get behind your little fucking wall.
Man, so that's the other
that guy
side.
right in front of you. That guy right there in front of you on the left is the guy that.
Right here. Yeah. I remember that guy clear as day. You people, you remember this guy that come up behind him, the roided guy?
The roided guy.
Yeah.
I can't really see the screen that well. It's small for me right now.
Okay.
I mean, it's not small, but it's too small to see. But I remember the night. I mean, there was quite a few guys there, right? And it was totally felt like a setup.
Yep. And there were 3 specific guys that I remember that were agitating all of us. And one of them was a little guy standing right next to me, the one that quote unquote says he was assaulted. And when actually he's the one that actually did the assaulting. And Johnny Bravo defended himself because he even admitted to me that he hit his hat first. He admitted that much to me, and it turns out he actually grabbed his hat and threw it. So it's like unwanted touch is an assault. So yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
arrested.
but
That's
this
the sergeant
this
that
has
arrested.
nothing to do with that. Okay, this is.
Oh, I know.
I do not believe for 1 second that this and the assassination were not connected. Okay, they happened at the same time, and they didn't just happen on the same day, because that would be one thing. But the events continued to unfold, and the attacks continued to come in a coordinated way, right? Because the day I found out, well, the day it happened and the day this happened, I didn't know that even the assassination had happened, but they did happen on the very same fucking day. You would think that would throw turmoil up in the union, but it doesn't. Right? We were cool, calm, and collected, weren't we, Cliff?
Yes, we were.
Yeah. And we were aware of the entire
We'd
situation.
already learned, and we still went down to the jail and to meet Johnny Bravo, and we had already known that had happened.
Right.
And we took him out to lunch with everybody. Hungry Howie and I paid for the lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, that was nice of the two of you to take Johnny Bravo out. That was a good, a really nice diner right by the jail and stuff.
Yeah, that was a good place. Good food.
Yeah.
I like it.
Excellent waitress there too.
We had a good celebration of him getting out of jail.
She went above and beyond. Not every waitress is that great, but she was.
Oh man, she was awesome. Well, that was the day before though. The day after we got the
Let's
guy
talk
in
about
the
her,
car.
Cliff. Let's
Yeah.
talk about her. She was super awesome, you know.
She was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta follow the narrative, Cliff, right to the T. You know, any variation and shit, and you could get kicked out of the cult. You know, just ask. Yeah,
Yeah, I should
okay.
know better. Yep.
It's
I'm
that.
gonna
It's that.
probably have to give it an extra bow tonight.
Yeah, it's that simple and shit. Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah. And you know that Sarge on the right, he's like, you want to press charges? You want to press charges? You know, he just wanted that ID. That's all that was. You want that
Johnny knew
ID.
that too.
Yeah, that's why Johnny's like, I'm cool right now. You know what I'm saying? But he wanted that ID. You want to press charges? You know? Yeah, give me some ID, basically.
Yeah, you shut the fuck up and stand over there. How about that? Yeah. Don't move. You need to stand right there. Shut your loud fucking mouth. Think y'all something. On the sidewalk, too. Y'all think y'all something out here. Uh-huh. You a bitch. You know that straight out. Wish you would. I would love to put you on the stand with that bullshit right there. Feelings, bud. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. I would love that shit. I really would. $100 an hour. So, you know how this is a castle doctrine state, like a standing ground? Whenever this shit goes down, and let's say like you and I got in a dispute. But what if I just engage you and knock your pizza off? Well, if I knock your pizza off, right, and you swung on me or did something back, but you didn't engage me, this is standing ground state. They act like you can't do none of that shit, otherwise you're all in the wrong. So this is what happened, bro. My daddy.
He basically just told them what happened. It's a stand your ground state. When you're attacked, you have a right to defend yourself. But they didn't have any clue as to what he was saying to them because they're just that stupid. Brandon Mitchell, I'll bet he wishes he would have been there. And everybody knows Brandon Mitchell, right? I know I do.
Well, John DeNicola, I guess, doesn't want to talk to us, you know.
No.
I mean, it was a huge surprise to me when John DeNicola did that.
It was a huge surprise to me too, you know. And if he comes up, I mean, I can go backstage and let you two talk. I don't have an issue with that at all.
Unbelievable, mind fucking blown, like
Yeah,
John DeNicola. You know what I mean? But and
I
then
know the guy has a wonderful reputation, and for him to do something like that was just like, whoa, out of the blue.
And after he did that, okay, we didn't tell anybody, right?
No, we haven't until today.
There's only like 8 or 9 folks that knew what happened there, and we didn't tell anybody, and we totally got ahead of that. But as we went across the country, we're constantly hearing peeps tell us about fucking John DeNicola.
Yeah.
Starting shit. And I'm like, every time I'm still like, what? How is this fucking possible? When did John DeNicola decide that it was the day to just fucking step off the porch for AFA? When did John DeNicola decide it was the day to step off the porch for AFA? It's catchy.
It is catchy. I thought he took an off ramp. I mean, I think he did take an off ramp. But just it was shocking.
He was involved in something like, what the fuck was he involved in at this point? I mean, okay, the consensus is she was murdered, right? At this time, first, I mean, that was an uphill battle, right? Convincing peeps that
we've
she
heard
was in fact
crickets.
murdered. because that wasn't the narrative at the time, right? The narrative at the time being peddled by Billy was that she had, well, I guess
Unalived
we like to say self-deleted.
Yeah.
A horrible fucking thing to say, but that's what they like to say over there. Kfar, you know, he's on messaging and shit. Like, they need to
Yeah.
get somebody else to write their messaging other than Kfar, the little engine that
Well,
couldn't.
yeah. Well, I think they tried with GS, right? Maybe. Maybe there's a
Well,
connection there
Katie
too.
Zed is controlling GS and Kfar, right? Remember,
Yeah.
she's the Dom in
Careful now. You're going to
in
trigger
that
GS.
in that
He says he
trio.
doesn't. Yeah. GS says he doesn't submit to women, you know, and
I don't
you know,
talk to GS. I just go through his handler.
yeah. Katie said, yeah, yeah, probably, yeah. All right. How much more of this do you want to watch? It's a pretty long video. It goes to an hour and 2 minutes.
Yeah, I don't think we need to watch it and stuff, but we get the drift, right? And you know,
Yeah, they
there's
were
a
kind
whole
of
lot of
sucking
love.
up to
And
Johnny
this is
Bravo here
starting to
because
make
they
more
want
sense already,
yeah,
right? Are things starting to
yeah,
make more fucking sense now when we look at it from Denver,
yeah,
right? And start emanating out right from Denver, and you know what was going on in Denver, why Denver was so fucking important, why
yeah,
uh, AFA, DirectD, and in DMA had a motive to want to stop Denver, to want to take out the executress. Uh, things are going to start getting a lot clearer.
yeah. It's very complicated and convoluted, but
It's not complicated or convoluted. Stop that. That's nonsense.
uh,
It's
I know
simple if you understand the code.
it might be to the audience is kind of what I'm getting at. It's not complicated to me either. I see it, um, but
Did
and
anybody say it was complicated or convoluted?
nope, nope. It's just me guessing, and I'm probably wrong. So um, it's just me guessing on that. Um, they don't know what we know yet, you know. So, but they will. If it doesn't, if none of this is making sense to you guys, it
We'll
will.
see if GS is paying attention. Okay, put a 1 in the
Yeah,
chat if anybody thinks that GS is going to say complicated and convoluted,
he's
because
probably
those are
going
two
to say
big
it. Yeah,
words. He likes to say
yep,
big words. Rule number
yeah,
7 is thou
yeah,
shalt use big
yeah,
words. It's a
yeah.
command. They are written in stone,
Yeah,
right? Um, the rules, the commandments on frauditing have been written. They have been etched.
yeah. And we've shared these
Are-
commandments to a few people. Yeah,
huh?
and we've shared these commandments to a few people. So we're getting a lot of ones. Yeah,
A lot of ones. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think so. I mean, convoluted is such a gift to him, you know.
yeah,
And I don't mind doing him a favor like that because he
right.
does need a bone.
Yeah, he needs more big words to say for a month or so until he finds a new big word.
I mean, when he gets in trouble, he calls Kfar.
Yeah, the little engine that couldn't.
Yeah,
Help me with this narrative.
right.
Uh, yeah, I wonder who else he's reaching out to. Maybe he's going to reach out to DirectD too. Help me. You know, maybe they pretended to have a falling out. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, when you mentioned Kfar, it's like I keep just wanting to say "Holy Toledo."
Holy Toledo. Yeah,
Holy Toledo.
Holy Toledo. Yeah. Okay, far.
We really do have to end the stream and stuff, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
John He didn't want none.
No, he didn't want any of this. Yeah.
But he wanted it.
He just,
He wanted
well, he
it.
came into the chat.
No,
You
I
know.
mean, he wanted it back on May 30th. He wanted it
Yeah.
on May 31st and June 1st and June 2nd and June 3rd and June 4th and June 5th and June 6th.
Yeah.
And then he still wanted it later because I told him it was going to be big drama if it got back to me. And it did get back to me.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah,
A while
it did.
ago.
Yeah, because remember there was donors that I didn't name. However, I set little like booby traps.
Yeah.
And if anybody tripped one of those booby traps, it was going to explode in their face, and it did. Right in John Dedicola's face.
Yep.
And
in real time too.
It totally did, because after I told him, he still didn't want to take an on-ramp, and he wanted to check up on the situation.
Yeah.
Right. And it blew up in his fucking face, and I told him it was going to be big drama, and it is going to be big drama, because all that happened at the same fucking time as the assassination. And you know, she was my friend. I mean, everybody that has the badge is my friend, right? I care about them a lot. So,
and Line One was huge. She was huge. She was a huge force that will definitely be missed. So do appreciate everybody coming in today, and thank you so much for the memberships, everybody that got a membership, and everyone that sent a super chat. I do appreciate it. I hope I kept up with them. But I just really, really, really appreciate the support of people coming into these live streams and watching, keeping up with this story. And every time we go live about what's going on, you guys pay attention. You understand what's going on. You're hearing other sides, and you're coming into your own conclusions. And that's what we really want. We want this exposed. We want it in the spotlight, and we can only hope and pray that our government will actually come to the right conclusion as well. But if they don't, we're doing what we set out to do over a month ago, well, 2 months ago now, to make sure that this is in the spotlight. We're going to keep it there until it's concluded, and because we're going to press on.
Press harder.
And press now. Yeah,
but
right on.
That's how. Don't forget about Bow. Wow.
That's right. Good to see everybody, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks again.
Well, the sun sets low on the dusty plain. Justice walks slow, but it ain't the same. The law can't reach and the sheriff's gone. So we take the reins and we right the wrong. The vigilance committee's here when the law ain't enough. We take it into our own hand, where the road's getting rough. In the dead of the night, when the sky's turning blue, we make our stand, ain't no fear, we see it through. Outlaws hide in the hills so steep, but we track them down while the town's asleep. No badge on our chest, but we swore an oath Justice and accountability, we want both. They call it the Vigilance Committee. When the law ain't enough, we take it into our own hands. Where the road's getting rough, in the dead of the night, when the sky's turning blue, we make our stand. Ain't no fear, we see it through. We ain't no angels, but we ain't the sin. When the law won't listen, that's when we begin. With a steady hand and a fire in our soul, we bring the justice, we pay the toll. They say it's a game that the brave must play, but the lines get blurry when the law won't sway. Ain't no judge, ain't no jury here, just the cold wind blowing and a voice you can hear. They call it the Vigilance Committee. When the law ain't enough, we take it into our own hands. Where the road's getting rough, in the dead of the night, when the sky's turning blue, we make our stand. Ain't no fear, we see it through. So when the law can't save you and you're all alone, just remember the Vigilance Committee. We'll be taking you home.